There's nothing to worry about. The most powerful exorcists among us are working on it right now. And they'll make sure that we touch down on the ground safely.
Exorcists? Like the ones with amazing powers who healed people during the epidemic? That's right. So please, have faith in us.
Peace. Now it's a vibrate. Y'all know what it is. Want to share a little philosophical perspective and story that could just add more clarity and awareness to, what we're doing here in this earth plane, in this lifetime. Before getting into it, it was a story I heard Dr. Dwayne Dyer speak on. But basically it was a story of some people being locked up in a prison. They were prisoners of war. And they had 4 different philanthropists, 4 different people with money to help, And one of the people, one of the philanthropists donated, he went to the jail and asked if he could donate clean water, to help the prisoners so the prisoners could have some clean water to drink. And then the second philanthropist was like, and I want to donate, some beds, so they could have a, comfortable bed to sleep on at night, And then another philanthropist like, I want to donate, some food, so they could have some good food and not have to eat no, horrible food. And the fourth philanthropist, he was more he or she. You ain't gotta always be he, Matter of fact, she, let's do it like that. She was tapped into spiritual energy, And instead of donating something to the prison to help the prisoners, she, meditated on where the keys to the place they were locked in. She meditated on where was the keys to unlock the cages they were locked in, and she went and helped them escape the prison. And understanding that, within our experience, we could either, and again, ain't nothing wrong, I feel like, if you're trying to help, again, your heart is in the right place, but the first 3 philanthropists, they were just helping the prisoners to be comfortable with their suffering or be comfortable in their prisons, So it wasn't necessarily freeing them, but it was helping them to be comfortable while they was locked up, or comfortable while they were suffering, And comfort while suffering is a double-edged sword, because you could get so comfortable that you're not worried about being free, But then it has its benefits because, if you are worried about being free, you could take the comfort, in that suffering, or the comfort, in that jail, and use that comfort to kind of build yourself up so you could figure out how to get yourself, free in essence. So, whether you the first 3 philanthropists or the 4th philanthropist, and again, the 4th philanthropist is those of us who share things, that helps people to free their minds in essence, who share things in a way that people don't have to constantly depend on them. And, people, may say, like, hey, well, some people just don't get, how to free themselves. So we gotta, take care of those who, don't know how to free themselves. And again, I feel like that does have an importance to, to some level, because, again, at the least, again, a person that is comfortable in their suffering if they don't get comfortable to the point of not worrying about getting free. But that comfort in their suffering or that comfort in jail could again help them to build themselves up. Because when it's just extremely torture, you know what I'm saying, like extremely torture and just like, oh man, you know, like it's just really wearing down on you, you know, it'll be tough to even, you know, give power or energy to even get yourself free or even think about getting free, because you're just so worn out from, you know, the toxic environment, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, you know, you want to free yourself. Again, if you're locked up or if you're suffering in some type of way, you want to free yourself from that suffering and free yourself from being locked up completely, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just, you know, doing things to be comfortable while you're locked up. And we all possibly done been through, you know, a lot of us done possibly been through, you know, situations where we done made ourselves comfortable in our suffering or comfortable in our jails. And we was just like, you know, fuck it, I ain't even gonna worry about being free at the moment. I'ma just, you know, eat this good prison food, and we got new cots and, you know, clean water in this prison. So, you know, cool. I'm just cool with that, you know what I'm saying? And again, for some people that's cool. You know, it ain't nothing wrong with that. Because I feel like with, you know, again, that has some importance. But just ultimately, you know, remembering, you know, like with, you know, really trying to help somebody who's in prison or suffering, that, you know what I'm saying, that we will offer the type of help that would actually, you know, help them to get free, truly free, you know what I'm saying? But just wanted to share that little tidbit, you know what I'm saying? Because again, some of us do a little bit of both, you know what I'm saying? Some of us may actually, you know, share things that helps people to be comfortable in their suffering or in their prison, while also, you know, sharing things that could help others unlock themselves from prison, you know. And a physical, like an example of it would be, you know, sometimes we might, you know, give somebody sitting in front of a store a couple of dollars, you know, and they possibly use those couple of dollars, you know, as their choice. They probably use those couple of dollars to be comfortable in their suffering or comfortable in their prison, aka probably get something that, you know, satiates their hunger or their five senses for that temporary moment. But then they kind of back still in that same space, you know what I'm saying? And then you got, you know, sharing again information or sharing knowledge or insight, you know, or sharing services. You know, it don't always have to be knowledge or insight, but, you know, like say for instance, you know, you do Reiki, you know, you do the type of healing that, you know, works on the energetic body on such a level that it helps a person to eventually free their mind, you know what I'm saying? But again, there's that level where those of us who share knowledge or services that helps a person being to free themselves from the suffering or free themselves from that prison, you know, because ultimately, you know, that's the goal. If we got somebody we know that's locked up, you know, yeah, giving them commissary, you know, is good, you know what I'm saying? Giving them a few little funds on their books, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Giving them good food and good beds and good water while they're in prison, that you know, that could be of service. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying, is to help free those people from those prisons. And even go a step further, you know, and also have, you know, references for those freed people to now, you know, do things that could help them outside of the prison. You know, so not just freeing them. Because some people will be free from out of their prison, out of their suffering, and be like, all right, now what? You know, well, here, you know, you could do this, you could do that, you know, you could do, you have all these different practices, all these different things that you could do now that you're free, you know what I'm saying? So not just freeing them, but also showing them the options that they have now that they are free as well, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, you know what I'm saying, again, unlock them doors of suffering, unlock them doors of being caged in, you know, to be free, truly and fully. Peace.